my current lady now. Because it takes a village. And I'ma say it, yeah, I said it.
I made him my manager.
My flow woman now says it takes a town, and I'ma say it, definitely I said it. I made him my supervisor. And afterward, when I chose to separate from him, he must be terminated, so I won't take a ton of time since you realize I'm getting close to home. All of the show you know, with an on my ex inclination, the manner in which she felt, and attempting to Wendy Williams has reversed the situation on her previous mate Kevin Tracker by uncovering that the very man that relied upon her provision installments to endure is currently failing, since he squandered all that cash, putting resources into the organizations of the lady that demolished his marriage, Sharina Hudson, crying. And kicking your feet and shouting and stuff, yet you got 10 seconds to do that, and afterward get moving as of late Tracker's expectations for a monetary respite were run when another Jersey judge denied his supplication to continue the support installments from his ex. The adjudicator considered Tracker's requests as lacking criticalness, leaving him hanging in the balance. So I won't take a ton of time since you realize I'm getting close to home. And I let myself know I won't do this, besides the fact that his solicitation excused. Yet was the court additionally turned down his alier for Williams to cover his mounting lawyer charges. Rather, they proposed that the previous couple take part in intercession to address the continuous debates and find a goal as of now not numerous cash oak. I'm finished with this as per court reports the severance installments and the certified homegrown relations request have become hostile issues, further featuring the requirement for an intervened repayment in a movement documented in November 2022. Tracker revealed his critical monetary circumstance. Portraying a man on the verge, he uncovered the mounting charges that tormented him, including neglected mortgage holder affiliation charges that compromised dispossession, delinquent vehicle insurance installments, and a developing heap of past due visa charges pushed to the brink by his monetary battles. Tracker left on a frantic journey to sell his resources and discover some similarity to dependability reports have surfaced demonstrating that he went to an organization called Flex Abundance, a lifesaver for people looking for advances against their extravagance resources without the problem of monetary divulgences or credit checks. Purportedly, Tracker recorded two significant things on the stage, with one being a lavish vehicle worth well more than $100,000. In a bid to mitigate the weight, he likewise put his home available to be purchased with a stunning sticker price of almost $1.3 million. While a potential purchaser has arisen, the arrangement stays in progress, passing on space for reinforcement, offers to keep trust alive. Yet, despite the fact that Kevin's bankrupt as damnation, he isn't accepting allegations without a fight in spite of his monetary hardships. He's equipping to retaliate with a maligning claim subsequent to being blamed for maltreatment during an alleged gay relationship. Tracker is energetically denying the cases, excusing them as bogus and obsolete. The claims became exposed when vocalist Avion Williams, otherwise called Fallstar, uncovered in a 2019 meeting with YouTuber Tasha K on her show, Loosen Up with Tasha K, that he had been in a physically oppressive relationship with Tracker. As of late, the meeting reemerged, prompting Tracker's choice to make a legitimate move. I'm planning for a slander claim, any individual who knows me, and this is not the slightest bit rude to the Lubbock local area, knows where I stand on this. Tracker expressed strongly declaring his heterosexuality and dominant man status. Tracker clarified that he didn't give a lot of consideration for Falster's meeting at the time because of the power of his separation from Wendy Williams. He guaranteed that everybody was attempting to discolor his standing in those days. Yet Falstar had since apologized anyway. Tracker didn't keep down his analysis for the YouTuber blaming her for uncovering a mistaken story 3 years after the fact, essentially, in light of the fact that it was a sluggish news day. As per Tracker, his business relationship with Fallstar soured when he was endeavoring to assist him with advancing as a vocalist. He accepts that Fallstar seized the chance to create a shocking story in the midst of the strife in Tracker's own life, incorporating his contribution with his pregnant escort Sharina Hudson, and his high-profile separate from Wendy Williams tracker, thought that the meeting reemerged due to late titles encompassing his ex. He didn't expect Fallstar answering the resuscitated talk aside from maybe with another conciliatory sentiment. He presumed that the planning of the meeting's redischarge was dubious. In the 2019 meeting, Fallstar claimed that his relationship with Tracker was sexual as well as harmful. He asserted that Tracker regarded him as a toy, disparaging and controlling him. Fallstar even asserted that Tracker had constrained himself upon him during the early hours of the morning. Tracker's lawyer at the time solidly denied Fallstar's charges, expressing that they were unjustifiable, and a piece of a blackmail conspire. The lawyer attested that they had directed an autonomous examination and found no legitimacy to Fallstar's cases. They would not permit their client to be coerced by Fallstar declining to settle or participate in additional dealings. While Tracker fights these harming allegations, Wendy Williams has been keeping occupied with another unscripted TV drama. Reports recommend that the show will include a genuine visit to her old neighborhood in New Jersey, bringing out a feeling of wistfulness. Fans can expect the new shows delivered this fall. As per insider spills from Wendy's group, Wendy doesn't appear to be doing too well herself. However, as per her child, Kevin Tracker Jr., he's approached with disturbing information about his mom's crumbling well-being, asserting she's near the precarious edge of death and being boldly taken advantage of by her own group for cash and popularity. Kevin is profoundly worried about Wendy's psychological and actual prosperity. Since she was set under guardianship last year, he fears that her well-being has been dismissed, while others around her are gaining by her distinction, as would be natural for him. Kevin uncovered, "I'm seeing things happening that I realize my mother could never consent to, however intense as it seems to be to observe her being made the most of. I accept the main thing is her prosperity. In the end, she'll understand the frenzy that has been continuing." Affirming ongoing reports, Kevin unveiled that Wendy was hospitalized in New York last month. The call came from Will Selby, her gem specialist turned director, whom Kevin hadn't heard from in months. "Will called to let me know she was in the emergency clinic." He shared, uncovering that their last discussion occurred toward the finish of the earlier year. During the meeting, Kevin communicated his dissatisfaction about not being educated by Wendy's group, her guardianship, or the court about her emergency clinic discharge or supposed migration out of New York. Wendy's delegate, Cincinnati, denied reports of her hospitalization in New York anyway. Wendy had proactively dropped a talking commitment, referring to her declining well-being. Kevin straightforwardly communicated his anxiety about individuals, encompassing his mama, blaming them for benefiting from her circumstance. What's been made more significant by individuals around her is that while her well-being may not be extraordinary, she really wants to continue to procure pay. And as I would see it, that ought not be vital by any means. And whoever has been employed, they are making the most of somebody who necessities to get better, he enthusiastically expressed during Wendy's time in Florida with Kevin from late 2021 to spring 2022. He took incredible consideration of her, ensuring they went to liquor-free cafes and empowering a better way of life. Kevin's greatest concern is his mom's fight with liquor abuse. He accepts her utilization is not normal for that of a typical individual, expressing, "I know the rate that she utilizes liquor isn't similar to a typical individual, and we've spoken about it. I said here you don't have any idea how to move toward it ordinarily, and that is fine. And it's reached a place where yes, it could have that impact, that it very well may be deadly in light of the fact that it influences her direction, more regrettable than a typical individual, since it stays in her framework. As per Kevin, Wendy's medical problems make her unfit to process liquor, like others, putting her at more serious gamble." He likewise accepts specific people are taking advantage of her battle, as opposed to giving the assistance she really wants. Kevin uncovered that Wendy spent almost 3 months in a recovery office in Malibu for her liquor addiction, yet was upset to discover that she marked agreements during or after her visit, laying out working associations with people like Will Kevin communicated disillusionment, saying they had her in a position where she was consenting to a ton that she shouldn't have. When I heard that turned me not quite right in attempting to endeavor to understand what everybody's aim is around her. At first I resembled Oak. This is the group she needs to have around yet. When I heard that she was consenting to stuff around her recovery, I thought, well, Oak, they are taking benefit in April, when Wendy was